Let's have a look at the image modes. If you look at this image on your screen, it's very bad quality image. But if you remember, many years back we used to have mobile screens like this, or even computer screens used to display images like this. But today, with the advancement in technology or the improved technology, we have high definition screens even for the mobile phones, and we don't have to see these kind of images on the mobile phones or the computer screens. But this was the latest technology once upon a time. This is called bitmap image. In bitmap image, we have possibility of pixel only of black or white. We don't have the gray dot over here. The illusion is created with the help of the dots. This is called bitmap image. You can go to image mode and you see the mode of this image is bitmap. The next image mode is grayscale, and you can see the image mode over here on the image tab, and you can also go to image mode and see as grayscale is checked on over here for this image. Now grayscale mode can have 256 different values between black and white, and therefore it offers a smooth gradation between black and white, and it's a black and white picture. The other color modes we have are Duotone, Index, RGB, CMYK, Lab and Multi-channel. In order to understand Lab, Duotone or Multi-channel, you need to have the basic knowledge of Photoshop, and therefore right now we are skipping it and keeping it reserved for the advanced Photoshop techniques lesson at the end of this course. So you'll find these topics in the last chapter of this DVD course. Right now we'll move ahead with Index, RGB and CMYK. This is how an indexed color image may look like, and this is usually saved as GIF file format, and generally it is used for the icons or the buttons on the website, and it saves the file size by shrinking down the color palette to limited colors. And sometime back it was a compulsion or it was a necessity for websites to have this file format for the buttons and icons and other graphical elements due to the speed issue. We had a very low speed in those days, but today we don't care much about the speed or the tiny file sizes of buttons and icons, and therefore the usage of GIF file format or indexed color files, image files is rare. The next color mode we have RGB, stands for red, green and blue, also known as primary colors, and with mixing these three colors we create around 16 million different shades of colors. And right now the image you're watching on your monitor or the pictures you watch on your television screen or mobile phone are all made up of RGB color. Even the images you click with your digital camera is of RGB mode. However, RGB color mode can be used for the electronic devices to create those 16 million color shades, meaning it can be used for the monitor, your computer monitor or your mobile phone or your television set. And with that we cannot print, meaning we cannot take red, blue and green color ink and create these 16 million colors on paper. Now we don't have to go deep inside the technology of that, but we have to understand that it is possible only through the electronic media or electronic devices to create 16 million colors with the help of three colors, that is RGB. And therefore to print colorful images or colors we need some other color mode, and that color mode is called CMYK. Stands for cyan, magenta, yellow and black, and we use this color mode even on your desktop printer. So if you open your desktop printer you'll find that it uses 4 color cartridges, namely CMYK, that is cyan, magenta, yellow, black. However, when you print on your desktop printer, it automatically converts RGB images to CMYK. But when we send something for mass printing to printing press, we have to deal with the technology of CMYK, and we'll look into it later when we reach to those topics in this course. Apart from these file formats, one of the most important file formats of all, and as a Photoshop artist or Photoshop expert, you will be dealing with that file format very often, is camera raw file format. Camera raw file format is a primary output of all the professional digital cameras and primarily they create the image in raw file format, but as a secondary output they convert this file format into JPEG file and give you the JPEG file output. But primarily all the professional digital cameras are built to give you output as raw file format, and all the important shoots and important images are shot with the raw file format. Every camera manufacturer has its own raw file format extension. For example, Nikon saves the raw file format as .nef, and Canon saves the raw file format as CR2. And Sony has got some other extension, Panasonic has got some other extension, or Fujifilm or Samsung has got a different file extension for their raw formats.